Are you ready to sound like a true Israeli when speaking Hebrew? In this video, we're going to take some words that you probably know and tweak your pronunciation so you'll say them like a true local. Israeli, that is. Hebrew, like English, doesn't give you any clue as to what syllable to stress in that word, or even the exact sound you need to make. That is why so many people who have picked up words like Shabbat or Mazal Tov still don't quite sound Israeli when they say them. That's all going to change today. I'll show you how just a few simple shifts make all the difference. If we haven't met before, my name is Inbal Amit from Hebrew by Inbal, and I help English speakers thrive in Hebrew. How do I do that? Great question. All the foundational skills in Hebrew are laid out for you in two programs: Practically Speaking Hebrew for speaking and understanding, and my Hebrew 1, 2, and 3 for reading and writing. You can choose one or the other or both, and in any order that you want. That is part of my unique approach. My daily and weekly free content, just like this video and like my email that I send out to my email list every Sunday, serve as a free lifetime membership to practice and build upon all that you learn in my programs. You can find all the links with all the details about my programs in the description box. So let's start by going over all the words that you may know, and in a few minutes, you will pronounce them like a true Israeli. The first is what you may pronounce as challah or challah or challah. It is the delicious braided bread that we enjoy on Shabbat dinner and on Jewish holidays. And we pronounce it challah. So we have two things that we need to change in order to pronounce it like a local. One, it is not challah. It doesn't have an H at the beginning. It has the sound that you learn very quickly how to perfect in the first module inside my course, Practically Speaking Hebrew. It is challah, which brings us to the second change that we're going to make, which is the syllable emphasis. And we're going to see this across the board. This is the easiest thing to change that will make all the difference. If you pronounce it challah or challah, you're stressing the first syllable in the word. We are stressing the last syllable in the word, challah. So you shift the syllable that is stressed from the beginning to the end, challah. That is how we pronounce it. The second word is very similar to the first in what we need to change. It is the holiday coming up of Chanukah. Formally in Hebrew, we should pronounce this holiday Chanukah, but everyone pronounces it Chanukah, stressing the first syllable, Chanukah, and not Chanukah. So all you need to change, because you're probably pronouncing it Hanukkah, is to change your H sound in Hanukkah to Chanukah. No need to shift the syllable stressing here. Chanukah. Our next word is Shabbat, the Jewish day of rest, the seventh day of the week, starting Friday night and ending Saturday night. We say Shabbat. So if you're saying Sabbath, you need to change your S into an SH sound, not Sabbath, but Shabbat. And you need to shift the syllable stressing from the beginning, Shabbat or Sabbat, to the end, Shabbat. And lastly, if you're saying Sabbath with a TH, change it to a T, Shabbat. SH, T at the end, stressing the last syllable, Shabbat. And you're there. These are all sounds that you have in English, Shabbat. Next is Israel, the country we all love. If you're saying it Israel, we need to change the Z sound of Israel to an S sound. Shift the syllable stressing to the end and start with a Y sound. This gives us Israel, not Israel. Israel. Israel for Israel. Next is kosher, the word referring to food that is prepared according to Jewish dietary laws. We say kasher. So instead of kosher, stressing the first syllable, having an O in kosher, we have an A and we stress the last syllable. Kasher. It's the same sounds of the K, the SH, and the R. It's just kasher instead of kosher. The syllable stress is at the end and we have an A instead of an O. Kasher. Next is Mazal Tov, that you probably say Mazel Tov. Mazal Tov is our way of saying congratulations and also happy birthday, although we have a happy birthday on top of it. Mazal is luck, and Tov is good in the masculine form because the word Mazal is considered masculine. So we have Mazal and we have Tov. I'm not going to go into the word Tov. These are nuances that you learn inside my course. But the word Mazal that you're pronouncing more different than how we pronounce it, I want to talk about that. Mazel is stressing the first syllable. You shift the syllable stressing to the end and we have two A sounds. Mazal. Mazal tov instead of mazel tov. Next is aliyah, a very well-known term referring to the act of moving to Israel, immigrating to Israel. And it means going up. If you're pronouncing it aliyah, all you need to do really is shift the syllable stressing to the end and say aliyah instead of aliyah. Aliyah. He made an aliyah. All these examples, not to mention all the Hebrew words that you don't know yet, are exactly why I developed my phonetic system, the PSP, phonetic system for pronunciation, because it helps you know without guessing the exact sounds, syllable, and syllable stressing that we Israelis use for every word, whether you know how to read and write in Hebrew or you don't, because it uses English letters. It makes it so easy and clear to read and pronounce Hebrew words like a local. You will find my phonetic system in all my programs, in Hebrew 1, 2, and 3, teaching you how to read and write, in my Hebrew notebooks for you to practice your writing, and in my conversational course, Practically Speaking Hebrew, because it's like having me there with you, telling you how to pronounce every single word, but you do it so easily on your own. Now is your turn. Take everything we learned today, practice saying these words like an Israeli, and use them next time you talk to Hebrew speakers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button and share it with 3 other people who would love it just as much as you do. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do, and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time I post a new video and Hebrew lesson. Check out my programs in the description and check out my playlist here on YouTube. They're organized by goals. So whether you want to speak Hebrew, read and write, learn Hebrew with songs, it's all here organized for you. Thank you so much, Toda Rabba, for watching, and I will see you in the next video.